Yeah, so today was a good day trading on NVDA. Um, I took a pretty good short this morning. Basically, the stock market was showing a little bit of strength, but NVIDIA just looked really weak relative to the overall market. And I'll show you what the daily chart looked like on NVIDIA. So yeah, this is the all-time high up here, and this is the resistance that was forming. If you could see, every time it gets to this range, it just sells off, and the market had tanked from that level. And if you can see down here, there's some really high volume right around here. So that was my trade idea for the morning based on what the market was telling me. Nvidia just looked really weak compared to the overall market. If you could see over here, this is Nasdaq, and just to put it into perspective. Wow, I don't know why my computer's running so slow. So yeah, same similar sell off, but it's actually trending back up now. So it's on its way back up to retest this resistance area. But at the same time as the market, Nasdaq trending up, Nvidia is trending down. So that means Nvidia is selling off, being distributed as the market is being bought back up. Nobody's interested in it. There's been a lot of institutional um heavy distribution over the last few months in Nvidia due to it being really just very extended. So my trade idea this morning was based on I mean, it was secondary on my watch list, but my first stock I was watching didn't really do much this morning. Um, it was this stock right here, whatever it is, Riggedy. Um, and it was just it popped up on my scanner. It had some news about issuing new shares, and it was a small I think it was like a mid float, like 100 million shares float. um at the open, the level 2 right here looked exactly what it looks like right now, which is just big orders on both sides of the book. These are buy orders, buy orders, buy orders, and these are sell orders up here. So when you see a balanced book like this, it's really not good for trading, and it leads to choppy price action. And at the open, that's exactly what it was just really choppy action. I didn't get the action I was looking for, and I just made the decision to avoid this stock, and I began watching something else. But Nvidia, so Nvidia, I wasn't watching it, so I missed this entry up here at the open. But when I did see it begin to flush, I looked for a held ask on the retest, and when that held ask came in, I entered my short position here, right around here. When that held ask came in, I entered for a short, and caught a nice move down. I took some partials. It came back up to retest the level. I added some shares back, and it started to form this little tight range, and it just looked like the buyers were pretty strong right here, and I knew there was a chance that it could break this level of resistance. So when it did, I actually exited the position up here. I got stopped out, but the sellers immediately slammed the bids as soon as it popped up. So like that's a very bearish signal when it does break the level and then it slams down immediately right below it again. So I re-entered my position and caught this nice move. These 4-minute candles that went down from the 138.25 level to 136.75. And then I began to add to the position here, and I took some off just because it looked like the buyers and sellers were struggling. They were fighting, and it wasn't a clear imbalance. And I waited, and when it came back up to retest the bottom of this level right here that it had initially rejected from, I added back more shares right here. And I partialed all the way down. It kept respecting this level, and it was beginning to form a little bit of a support, and I was very mindful of that. So each time it came down, I just took some bigger size off. It did break it, And then I was just expecting, I was anticipating that eventually it was going to come back and flush. So I began to add here. I took some of the size off just because the move I was expecting didn't happen right away, and I don't like sitting around guessing and waiting. So I added back more when the sellers took back over here, and then I began to add some heavy size here on this. But yeah, I exited this position just because the buyers showed a bit of a struggle here, and I just I had a really good day trading it this morning. I didn't want to risk giving back any of my gains, so I got out at break even. And when it did come back to retest the level again here, I just I went heavy. I went full size on this position. You can see I added multiple times just because I knew it was weak and it had retested and rejected this level already a few times before. If you can see here, here, and here was a third retest of the level. And the book and the tape, time and sales and level two, this is like what'll kind of tell you what's going on. The tape tells you, these numbers tell you live orders that are happening. It tells you what exactly is going on in the market right now at this very moment. And then the level two tells you what's going to be happening in the immediate future. These are all orders that are waiting to be filled. So using these two, pairing them, combining them together can allow you to have a competitive edge on the market. And the tape and the tape level two time and sales, this is a leading indicator. So anything that shows up on your chart in the form of volume bars, in the form of candlesticks, moving averages, VWAP, all these are lagging indicators. So they form after whatever happened has already happened. But on the tape, it shows up here before it shows up on your chart. If you can learn to decipher the information on the tape using time and sales and level two, you can really have an edge and get some better fills and increase your risk to reward, because you'll know about an impending move before it actually happens. And that's what I use the tape for, is just like really timing of entries. If you can see here, like, you know catching these big flushes, and those are like the meat of the move, so to call it. And that's what can kind of allow you to capitalize off some really big momentum moves, volatility in the market. This is where you want to be when these moves are happening at these times, and you kind of want to be, removing size when the tape is showing you weakness, and it's showing you that the other side is stepping in and regaining control temporarily. So like, yeah, that's my recap of trading NVDA today. I had a really good fun day trading. I was out of the market by about 11, what, 10, and I still got the rest of my day to myself. This is a really good way to add some a side hustle, add some income to your life, and be able to do it in a way that you enjoy without having to depend on people and deal with the frustrations of being in the work world and the workforce. As long as my bills are paid, I'm happy, man. Even $100, $200 a day in the market is good money. You can live off that. I can survive off that. I can pay my rent. I'm just beginning my journey. I've been trading about 8 months now, so I am seeing the progress. It did take a lot of work, a lot of hard fart fart, but fought a hard. It was a hard fought battle to get to this point where I'm actually starting to understand what I'm doing, and just putting in the time and the effort. They say it takes 10,000 hours to master anything. So like that's kind of where I always start, with an understanding of the amount of time and effort that I'm gonna have to put into something. I spend a lot of 10 to 12 hour days, and I'm 7 days a week at it. If I'm not trading, I'm recapping, I'm watching back tape, and I'm studying and seeing where I'm going wrong, and where I'm doing the right things, so I can do more of the right things and less of the wrong things. And that's kind of just how you're gonna gradually get better over time. Knowing the psychology aspects of trading is a big part of it as well, because you can know all the technicals and all the fundamentals and know what to trade and know when to trade. But if you don't have sound psychology and you can't manage your emotions, you're just going to revenge trade and get frustrated, or you're going to have FOMO and you're going to jump into shit prematurely and kind of just, you can really mess up your account doing making those costly mistakes. And those are a lot of the mistakes that people struggle with in trading. So like, yeah, just know that if you do ever plan on trying to get involved in this, there's certain things you have to understand it's going to take time to master, and also having the right software and the right equipment is what makes all the difference as far as order execution and being able to watch and know where and when to be at the right time, in the right place and the right time. That's half the battle right there. I hope you found the information useful, and if you do, just subscribe to the channel. This is gonna be an everyday thing. We're gonna be trading live in the markets, and I'm looking forward to bringing you guys some value as far as education wise, and being able to show and teach what it is that I've learned and am coming to master. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. We'll be doing recaps every single day around this time, and keep it green, as they say in the trading world.